Hey everyone in the TF community, this is Mike, aka Night/2020, and it's time for auditions for Transformers Nexus Season 3. And if you don't know what Transformers Nexus is, it's a stop motion series on my channel that has been going for a couple seasons now. It's going into its third and final season, and I need help with the voices because I can't do them all, and there's quite a few new characters coming in that I need help with, and variety is always good. So let's get started on what you need, what I require for the audition. And obviously if you end up getting the part, you'll need a good mic, something that sounds clear, no static, whatever, no extra noises in the recording that'll interrupt the audio. So a nice good quality mic that gives out good clear audio. I prefer WAV files and MP3s over really anything else because they download quick and they sound good. The quality is good enough. And you can use voice modifications to change the voice to make it sound more robotic or deeper or higher or whatever. I usually don't because I really don't have the best program for that, but if you want to, you can. Like I said, variety is good. I don't, all the robots don't have to sound the same. Some can sound robotic, some don't have to sound robotic. So if you want to do that, that's fine. I totally accept that. I actually love when people do that because it gives the character more depth, whoever they're auditioning for. So with that being said, I guess we'll get started on which characters I need help with. First up is Omega Supreme. Nothing new here. It's Omega Supreme. Make it sound like Omega Supreme. Use G1 for a reference. Use War of Cybertron for a reference. Use Animated for a reference. He has a deep, booming voice. So just give it that. And the same thing goes for Predaking. Just look up some clips of Transformers Prime on YouTube to get a reference of what I want him to sound like. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as the Predaking from Transformers Prime, but you get the idea. Something similar to that. Next up we have some Insecticons. We got Kickback, Bombshell, and Shrapnel. Use G1 as a reference to get an idea of what I want them to sound like. Especially Shrapnel, he kind of talks a little funny, but yeah, so there you go. And next up we have the new Dinobots, and these aren't your typical dumb Dinobots that we're used to. They're smart, they're competent, they know what's going on, they have skill. They don't rely on their strength to win a battle. However, they are very strong. And first up we have Slug, who's second in command. He's no nonsense, doesn't joke around type of guy. His voice isn't too deep and it's not too high. He doesn't have a growl to his voice, so work with that. And hopefully we'll get something good. Next up is Strafe, the flyer of the group. Kind of has a raspy, high-pitched voice, so just go with that, work with that, see what you can do with it. And then Slog, kind of a deep voice, put a lot of weight behind it because he's very powerful. Make him sound strong, make him sound big. So yeah, there you go, Slog. And finally we have Snarl, kind of the kid of the group, the young one, the rebel, the one who doesn't listen to rules. He has a young voice, kind of like a Cheetor type of character. So kind of maybe use Cheetor as a reference, maybe even a Bumblebee as a reference. So there you go, Snarl. Next up we have two new characters, Hoist, and I'm going to call him Trailbreaker because he's Trailbreaker, I don't care what anybody else says. You can either use a G1 cartoons as a reference for these characters, or you can make up something entirely new. I prefer something entirely new because I want to see what you guys can come up with. So, Hoist, Trailbreaker. Let's see what you guys got. Now next up is Roadbuster from the Wreckers crew. The Wreckers are coming in Season 3. And these next three characters are up to you guys. I want you to come up with something original and just something brand new. The one thing I don't want Roadbuster to sound like is Ironhide. I don't want a southern accent, but just use his profile, his bio, as a reference. He has a lot of guns. He loves to fight. He loves he loves war, I guess you'd say. He just loves to get into it. Because we all know if he doesn't, he starts to get depressed and he starts to distance himself from everybody else. So that's the type of Roadbuster I want. So just use his profile as a reference to get an idea of what kind of character I want. Then we have Scoop and his two target masters. Whoever gets Scoop will also be doing the target masters. And the target masters only have, I believe, 2 or 3 lines each in the entire season. They're not going to be a big part of it. They're just going to be his weapons. So you will also have responsibility of doing those characters, and I'll most likely just have you make their voices a little higher pitch, like the same voice as Scoop, just a little higher pitch. So again, look up his profile, his bio, as a reference to see what kind of voice you think he should be, what kind of voice he should have. And last but certainly not least, we have Whirl. Now, I'm not sure if I want to give this character up to the community yet. We'll see. If someone can come up with an original, fantastic voice that I love, then I'll give it up to you. But right now, he's kind of in between me doing it or one of you guys doing it. So we'll see what you guys can come up with. Because he's kind of a different character than I've ever had in one of my stop motions. So we'll see. But right now, he's kind of back and forth. So I guess that's pretty much it for all the characters. As for how long the auditions are going to last, it's only going to last for about 2 weeks. Actually, exactly 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from today, which is Saturday, the auditions will end, and I'll release the results. Now, how you can contact me and tell me you have an audition, I'm not sure if you can do the video thing you used to do. What was that? You like video response or whatever. I don't think those exist anymore. So you gotta maybe share it with me on Facebook or on YouTube. My Facebook is Mike Night Slash, and you know what my YouTube is. So just do that. Hopefully it'll work out. If not, if that doesn't work out, then just message me. Say, hey, I got an audition. Come check it out, and I'll check it out. I'm going to do the same thing on the video. Just comment on the video. Say, hi, I have an audition. Blah, blah. I'll check it out. So, yeah. When I release the results, I'll give all the information you need, and I'll even tell you what I need in return, because this is going to be a lot of performance-driven voice work that I need from you guys, because you all know in stop motion you can't get an emotion out of a toy unless you animate it, and I'm not a good animator. You saw that in one of the episodes where Barricade winks. It didn't look that great, so I won't be animating any character faces. You're gonna have to give it through your voice, and that's what I have to do. It does kind of sound ridiculous sometimes, but you gotta do it with stop motion. So, but anyway, I'll save all that for next video in 2 weeks. The audition results. So good luck to everybody. I can't wait to hear your voices, and yeah, I'll see you later.